everybody, and welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. Today I will be doing a very special book review. Can you guess? Can you guess what it is? I'm wearing a tiara. Can you guess? It's The Heir by Kiera Cass. I'm very excited to do this. Yeah, more awkward salvo. Woo! So for those of you who are living under a rock, that's my favorite expression to use in book reviews. The Heir is the fourth book of the Selection series. It happens 20 years after the first trilogy, and it's about America and... Am I allowed to say this on... Is this a spoiler? It's probably not. It's on the... It's quite obvious who America chooses, which is... Let's go get into my gripes with the book first off, but I do like a lot about it, so let's just start off with the bad things and continue. I feel really ridiculous wearing this crown, but apparently there is no limit on how ridiculous I can make myself look. My biggest problem with the book is that it is a walking spoiler for the first three books. The Selection is all about who America chooses. 3 books are devoted to her in a love triangle, and you never know who she chooses. Thus, why it's called The Selection. And the 4th book comes along, and it's so obviously named The Heir, and you flip it open, and it's not even in the cover. It says, 20 years ago, her mother won the crown. So it is a walking spoiler on the bookshelf. It's not a walking spoiler, books don't walk, but you know, so that was my biggest problem, is that if I were on the 2nd book and the 4th book came out and I was so excited that I popped into the bookstore and I saw this, and I'd be like, well, I already know who she's gonna pick. That's the 2 books down the drain. So that was my biggest problem with the book. But to question that would be, what is wrong with my English today? I can't English. Would be questioning the book's existence, and I do not want to question the book's existence. I did like it, and I like the fact that it did the multi-generation thing. I'm a fan of that. Harry Potter and More Pierce, they do that. They do that. I said do on screen. So, Selection takes 20 years after the first 3 books, and in it, America and Maxon are happily married with 4 kids. Rebellions are sprouting up again because people don't know what to do with this newfound freedom, because Maxon removed all the castes. Instead of them being freer, there's still discrimination, and people are rising up and they don't know what to do. To appease people, they're like, hey, let's make a selection. Let's do another selection, this time with our daughter. America and Maxon, the heroes of the first 3 books, decide to offer up their child's future to entertain the masses. I had trouble with that, and I'm like, what? But you seem like you guys would have been really good parents who would never put your children what you went through. It's like if Katniss was like, hey kids, you wanna do a little Hunger Games? No, no, why would you put your kid through that for distraction? There are other distractions. America versus Eadlyn, definitely. I love Eadlyn. I didn't really relate to America a lot in the first 3 books, so seeing her now as sort of a mom and having Eadlyn just refer to her as mom and not America, I had a difficult time putting together Mom America and Heroine America from the first 3 books. Like, say, if Ron Weasley, if there was a new book right now and we read, and it was about Ron, he has such a distinct... I haven't read a Harry Potter book in a while, but I would immediately be like, that's Ron. I don't care, he could be 60 years old and he would still be Ron Weasley. I didn't feel that with America. I felt like she was more of Eadlyn's mom than the protagonist, I came to know from the first 3 books. So I don't know how to describe that. that sort of disconnect, but I don't know if you guys felt that way when you were reading the books. Do share, because that's what I felt like. The selection in this book was actually my least favorite thing, which is weird because it is the selection series, but I liked reading about Eadlyn as the heir and getting to know her brothers and America's children and knowing about Aspen's future, and I can't say any spoilers on Aspen's future, but Aspen's future life, yeah. So the selection part actually, it was okay, but we'd seen that in the first 3 books, and I did like the fact that we got to get to know all these new people and characters of the boys. I already have my favorites from the 35 guys. I would have loved getting to know her brothers more because I got a glimpse of them, especially with Caden and Austin, but I would have loved to get to know them more. Pros of the book. I love Eadlyn. Everybody hates her. I don't know why people hate her. I've gone through Bookstagram and people say, she's so annoying, she's so spoiled, she's so... No! Wouldn't you be annoying and angry and yelling if you were suddenly like, hey, we're gonna force you into marriage? No. Of course you would be annoyed, of course you would be angry, of course you'd be yelling. I like her so much. She's an independent woman who don't need no man, and I love her for it. I kind of hope she doesn't get married. I kind of hope she doesn't choose anyone. Here's a YA heroine who doesn't need a love interest, who didn't want one to begin with. She likes fashion, but then she's like, I hate boys. I hate them. Ugh, boys. I don't like boys. And at the same time, she's like, just because I don't like boys, just because I don't want to fall in love, it automatically means I'm gay. Like, there's a part where she says that because everyone says, oh, she doesn't want to pick any of the boys in the selection, she must be a lesbian. And she hears that and she takes a stand against it and she just calls everyone out on it, and I think that's amazing. I loved seeing Aspen all grown up, especially when Kiera Cass writes that he's the type of guy who gets better looking with age, and I think that's beautiful to imagine an older Aspen, and like you could just imagine an older Aspen. I was personally Team Aspen, sorry, as in the first 3 books, so seeing him again was, and the fact that he had such a big part, I was very happy that he was in the castle. I like the bro TP we see between Maxon and Aspen, particularly towards the end of the book, which I'm not going to go into just yet, but soon, but bro TP. I like the fact that she has 3 lovely brothers, and one of my favorite scenes in the book is when her and all her brothers, all her baby brothers, just all fell asleep on the bed and they were talking, and I think that's so adorable. And another reason why I love Eadlyn is that she also wishes she had a sister, and I've always wished I had a sister because I only have a brother. Not only, he's a good brother. Hi, Queer Dave. Let's talk about the ending. The ending of the book. It was one of those books that I kept reading and then I go, whoa, 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 wait, that's it? And darn you, Kiera Cass, that is the most cliffhangery hanger I've had in a while, and I'm so mad and I'm so affected. It's like the first thing with Arryn happens and then the thing with America happens, and in such quick succession that you're like, whoa, I didn't even get time to relax. And I don't know, Kiera, I feel like you're walking this line, this path, and you've been hinting that Maxon's getting old, and I feel like you really, really want Eadlyn to ascend to the throne, and there's only one way that can happen, and I'm very afraid for that possibility. I know I said I was Team Aspen, but it's not like I want Maxon or America to die either, and so much feels. And expectations for book 2. Don't marry. Don't kill. Go out of the palace. Visit France. I want to see Arryn. And that is it for my review. My mom is this close to killing me because I made them run late for lunch. Thank you for reading my review on The Heir, and if you guys liked it, thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on all the things there, read The Heir, stop hating Eadlyn. Just kidding, you're allowed your own opinions, but I liked her. I will see you guys next time, and I'm gonna go have lunch. Goodbye.